everyone, and welcome to another weekly connection. So we're gonna do a number of things. Lord Katumi and some of the other celestials and groups have wanted to talk a lot about what's going on in our hearts and different ways for us to know and recognize what we're doing. Because our purpose as human beings is not to conquer, but our purpose is to nurture and engage with and be the caretakers of one another and the planet. So we seem pretty far away from that right now, but we are moving forward in that endeavor. And of course, it all gets done through you and I, through our light, as we walk the planet, walking and talking our truth. So the thing that they wanted to talk today about was, thank you, Lord Katumi, always reminds me. So I'm going to use the cosmic cleanse to just kind of clear my aura. I've been working hard this morning, so that's good. It kind of wakes you up, gets you going. And 1 drop of the cosmic thrust oil, right? 1 drop in your hand, rub your hands together, bring it through your aura, cup them together, and take a deep breath in. And now in this 15-second meditation, we're aligning our heaven and earth, putting a little more energy on that solar plexus, and we are connecting through time and space with each other to feel the vibration of what is going on here. So grandmother is in bloom. Those of you who know the area here know that she's a 500-year-old Saguaro. And the desert is just so... I live in the Sonoran Desert, which I find just really, really beautiful and magical. It's different than other deserts, from the Chihuahuan or the Mojave. It's just more magical. So anyway, so they wanted to talk, and this is, see, we have Mahay and Katumi and Jaculin and Lady Athena and Lady Portia. So they want to talk about judgment. And how do you know when you're judgmental? Because our limited beliefs make us think that what we are thinking is truth. So we also have to recognize our limited beliefs in this process. So how do I know that I'm being judgmental towards another person if I have been taught that what I believe, what I think, I always do that, is the truth? Lady Athena and I are definitely going to do that video on truth. We'll write it together. I think I want to do more than just weekly connection with it. So, because you think you're right, you don't think you're judging. So this is very, very important. So if there's anything inside of you that thinks this is the right way, then you have to look back at it, because is that a dictate? We do get breezes. Is that a dictate from a doctrine that you were taught? Or is it truth? Truth doesn't demand that you agree with it. But a limited belief does. So the difference is that if I feel that I must tell you the right way to think, or you are thinking the wrong way, or you are doing it wrong, then I'm judging you. And it doesn't really matter whether the other person is right or wrong or not. That is not even in the equation. It is my judging. So it's about recognizing in ourselves when we are judging or coming from a limited belief system. Because when we're coming from that place of truth, knowingness, it's a knowingness. And I don't need to convince you what my knowingness is. I don't need to convince you what I know. So if you need to convince someone what you know, then that's a judgment. If you need to look at other people and go, why are they so bad? That's a judgment, right? Of course, that one was easy, right? But when other people are hurting other people, and we would call that bad, we still can't judge it. It's very tricky. Because when you're judging, that judgment is on you. So you cannot judge another. I can disagree with you. I can send you light and hope that you can change your behavior. But I cannot judge you. Because remember how the Native Americans do it? Three of these points of judgment. You point your finger at someone, 3 come back at you. Right? So if I'm judging someone, it's often a mirror reflection of myself and what I need to change. Because in knowingness, it is knowing, it is not belief. It's a huge, huge difference. Huge difference. No one told you to feel that way. Like Lord Katumi, you know, is talking about the Sacral Chakra, and we're working so hard on it right now. And when I was taught about the chakras when I was little, I called them the lights on people. Because that's what they look like. But he would say, it's what you think and what you've taught and whatever is in your mind of what you should and should not do, or you should and you should not believe. When the sacral chakra is in imbalance, it knows how to behave. And it isn't because someone told you so. Ever, ever. The whole thing about self-realization is that we suddenly realize our enlightenment, our self-awareness, comes from us now knowing, not coming from the dictation or the belief system that we grew up with. Doesn't mean you may still do many of the things, most of the things the same, yes. But the difference is, it's a knowing. The difference is, I have love and compassion for you enough not to judge you. Which is why we do the empathic shield. Because the empathic shield is designed to help you dissolve your judgments of yourself towards others. And God knows, it's running pretty rampant right now. So let's do our job in shifting it. Let's do our job in making it light. Let's do our job in being the light seeds that we are. That we can make this world a more loving, humane planet. You know, as the planet shifts up to the 5th dimension, the higher vibration, it will be a loving and more humane planet. The question is, how will humanity fare through that change? That's the question. Because humans aren't mandatory to her shifting to a higher vibration. So we need to do our job so that we can move with her into a more peaceful, loving world. And that's why you see all of these gross behaviors coming out and being known and being recognized. Because you have to dig that up. You have to bring that to the surface to know how to heal. And I think we are doing that. So I want you to go ahead and visualize that yummy, yummy light. Golden light, like honey, coming from the source, and it just comes in and drenches you like someone put a big bucket over your head. And it comes on down through your body. And it fills every cell, every pore, every tissue of your being. And fills it with that love, that strength, that courage, that ability to stand up and be strong in the light, not to judge, not to follow whatever someone is saying or what you're reading. Oh my Lord, we have got to stop doing that. We are not puppets on a string. So let's bring that light on down into our hips and our knees, that we can remove the fear from so many people and ourselves first on the planet that are so afraid to give up those beliefs. It's scary to give up your beliefs. We understand. And we bring that down out our feet and into the earth, to the mother. She shoots it right back up the back to source. And back down again. And she's so happy that you are here. Remember, you are an honored guest. And we are doing our job well. We're being asked to do a lot now. But we don't mind, because the payoff is so great. And we'll bring that light back up, and then down again. And up, and down, and up, and down. And we just get that orbit moving around us so that we can be the light seed and be that tether between heaven and earth. And when this time we bring it up and we let it waterfall right out the top of our head, right out the top crown. And we let it stick to our root aura. And we saturate that light with all of humanity's history, of which we are part of. And connected, that we may make it light, that we may understand how to behave as light beings. And then we bring it out to our sacral chakra, which is where we're working to bring that power center into not ego power, but love power, which is why conscious use of power sits just between, it's actually a chakra, and it sits right between the sacral and the solar plexus on your left side. It's littler than your primary chakras, but it's pretty powerful. So we bring that light around, and through that sacral chakra, aura, that we can be humane, that we can be loving and conscious beings on this planet. Shift the collective consciousness. Shift that through the power center. And then we go up to the heart, where we radiate our love, our lack of judgment, which surprises people. They expect retaliation. They expect anger and hatred. And when you don't give them to them, you know what? They quit whatever they're doing. They become lighter. So we're going to send that light out, that they may understand and know how to change. I know the difference, so that we're not judgmental. And then out your throat, that all that we speak and all that we do and all that we are is light. Because that's our job. And then the third eye, where we love being who we are. We love our work. We love our job. It's a great time to be on the planet. Difficult, but great. And the crown chakra, where now we wear that crown of creation, that we are humanitarian light seeds, showing the planet how to behave, coming from love, and removing any and all judgments from ourselves and others with every breath and every step we take. We're working it, and we're doing a good job. And the more you see stuff kind of come to the surface, the more you know we're doing it. It is part of it. So I want you to practice being aware of your thoughts. Because you know, a thought is as much as a word. Maybe more sometimes. So be sure to have your thoughts as clear and as loving as possible. I don't condone others for poor behavior, but I don't judge or hate them, or am I afraid of them? So it's our job as light seeds to be the example. Let's do it. What else do we got to do? All right. Well, you know what your job is. Lord Katumi seems to be drumming this into our head. And Joelle calls right there with him most of the time. All right. So be sure to subscribe and like me and all that stuff. And I will see you next week. I love you. Bye-bye.